kids. Welcome back to another episode of Oldman Plays CFL Fantasy. Sorry for the late drop. This will probably be after 2 that I get this put together and get it out there. And I apologize. Oldman's not doing so well today. But it's self-inflicted. Went out for a bit last night and had a few drinks and moving a little slow. Anyway, got to get this going so that we can get it out to you before it's too late. Couple of things. I'll look at the injury reports, which, by the way, if you're trying to find them this week, for some reason they don't show up automatically on the CFL page. It goes to week 9. You have to do a Google of CFL injury reports week 10 to find it, but it is there. So I'll do that, talk about a couple of people that are out, talk about some people you may not think about so much for your fantasy at, I hope, slightly lower prices. And then I'll get the team together and we'll get this out as quick as we can. So first of all, on the injury reports themselves, so not too much on the Thursday game at all that affects things very much there. Edmonton has Roy Metchie listed as doubtful, but not much other than that. Montreal is the A&E unit, or the emergency unit. It looks like they've got so many out. Anto and Phil Potter both out again this week. Mac is out. Marc-Antoine Dequoy is out. Justin Lawrence from the O-line is out. Dante Ruffin is out. So they've got some problems there. And then when you get into Ottawa, Justin Hardy is out, which does affect things. GT changed his pick after the CFL Outsiders when he found out that Hardy was out and has gone with the Argos now. And on the Argo side, they're not necessarily saying who's in or out yet, but it looks like DeMarcus Christmas is probably... Oh, and Winton McManus did not participate, and so did Kevin Mytel on Wednesday. So those are possible things. Winnipeg at Calgary, they both have problems at corner. Jamel Parker is out for Winnipeg, and that hurt them last week with their communication, so we'll see what they do. And with Calgary, Damien Alford is out again. Adrian Green is out. His normal backup, Ben LaBrosse, is out. So, and they've also got a backup, I think he's Tyler Richardson, is backup DB is out. So they're going to have some issues there. When I look at the other thing that I've done here is I take a look at some that are maybe not in our minds every week about who we would be picking. And got Jarreth Stearns from Winnipeg, who's averaging 4 catches and about 50 yards a game. So that's 9 points there, which is not bad for a lower price one. With Toronto, there's Brissett, who's averaging very high and has some touchdowns, and Mytel as well, who's averaging about 50 yards and 5 catches. And then the other ones that I had mentioned here, Tyler Snead from Ottawa, who's, again, averaging about 5 catches and 65 yards a game. And did I have anyone else? I think that, Eric Brooks from Calgary, who's a little lower, but 3 catches and 30 yards a game average, but he's something there. And again, Katoy with BC, who's averaging about 5 catches and over 40 yards a game. So those are not huge scores average, but if you need somebody a little lower price to fill them in, that could work. And really, that's about the only strategy advice my brain is capable of this week. So let's fire up Fantasy on the computer here, put a team together, and then we'll finish this off. Right, and here we go. Quarterback, I'm going to go with select player. Come on now. Okay, I'm going to go with Bo to start off here. And I'm going to try this week to team him up with Keandre again, who's still 2.4. He's quite low. And I think I will look for Tim White to put with him. There we go now. Okay, so for running backs, I also want to get Mills. I know he burnt me bad last week, but I want him in there. So I've got that. So that leaves me now $25K for 3 positions. So for the other, let's go defense first. because I think this week there's a premium on the Calgary defense. So we've got that. And looking at people, I wouldn't mind getting in DeVaris Daniels. So let's put him in there and see where we can go. I'll maybe switch this back to Toronto here just to make sure that it's easier to find him. Where did you go there? 8K, that looks good. That means now my last running back, I've got 7.5. So we'll go back off of Toronto to all and put in that 8 to 10K. Oh no, that's too high. Sorry, it's 6 to 8K. And let's see, who do we have here? Got Sean Thomas Erlington, Leek Benjamin. So let's see then. Okay, let's drop Sean Thomas Erlington in there. That leaves me 1.3. Is there anybody I can get better for 1.3? I wonder. I'm going to take White out because he's back and forth. You don't know what he'll do. And he's teamed up with Bo. But I'm going to take him out, and I'm going to see what I can get for Coxie, because he's been as good as Lawler lately, and that sort of spins things up a bit. Whoops, take that off of there. And we need to go to wide receiver. Okay. So how much do I have now? I've got 14.3. That should be enough to get me. Where did you go? Where did you go? Oh, right there at the top. 14. Leaving me 0.3K. I like that. I think we're going to make Bo the captain. That was an easy one this week. And lock it in. There we go. And I forgot to recap the team while I was on the computer. So I'll do that here quick now. Defense, Calgary Stampeders. Bo Levi Mitchell at quarterback and captain. Running backs are Mills from Calgary and Sean Thomas Erlington from Montreal. Receivers, Keandre Smith out of Hamilton, teamed with Bo. DeMonte Hoxie out of Toronto. And the flex is DeVaris Daniels out of Toronto. Yeah, so there they are for whatever they're worth from this muddled, pounding brain today. Those are my choices. As always, use them at your peril. Hope you have a great week of fantasy football. Hope you do well. Unless, of course, you're... Who is it that I'm up against this week? I think it's KD Kamish from the Turf District. You, I wish a little less luck, because I got thumped by someone last week, and I need a win to get back to 500. For everybody... Though, please remember, subscribe, drop a comment here. A like is real easy. Just hit the like button. All those things help get the word out to other people that we're here. And we're growing slowly, and we've got some dedicated listeners who seem to jump in as soon as the shows are posted. We'd like to get that out to more people, so give us a hand. But that's about it. Until next week, Oldman signing off.